You know that feeling when your stomach is just calling all the shots and not in a good way? Well, for millions of people, that's the daily reality of irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. But what if the fix wasn't in a pill bottle, but was hiding in your gym bag and your grocery list? Today, we're diving into the science behind two pretty surprising allies in the fight for a happy gut: exercise and probiotics. Let's get into it.
For anyone dealing with it, IBS is so much more than just a little tummy trouble. It's a chronic thing, with symptoms that can be totally unpredictable and honestly super frustrating. It gets in the way of work, your social life, just your overall well-being. It's a huge weight to carry, for sure.
And this isn't some rare niche condition. We're talking about 9.2% of people globally. That's nearly 1 in every 10 of us. I mean, think about your 10 closest friends. Statistically, one of them is probably struggling with this right now. And that's exactly why finding real, effective ways to manage it is so incredibly important.
So, what if the key to taming this thing isn't about just masking symptoms? What if it's about decoding our body's own internal ecosystem? Well, that's exactly where the science is headed, and it's taking us on a journey deep inside the pretty wild world of our own gut.
Okay, so to really get a handle on IBS, we first have to understand the bustling city of microorganisms living inside our digestive tract. This whole community is known as the gut microbiota, and believe me, it is central to this whole story.
I really love this analogy of an inner garden, right? When your garden is thriving, you've got a ton of different helpful species, everything just works. But for a lot of people with IBS, that garden is kinda out of balance. This imbalance, which scientists call dysbiosis, is now seen as a major factor in why IBS symptoms show up in the first place.
And one of the most important things this inner garden grows? These little compounds called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs for short. These guys are the absolute heroes of our story. They get produced when our good bacteria break down fiber, and their job is massive. They fight inflammation and help keep the lining of your gut strong and healthy.
All right, so if we want to tend to this inner garden, where do we even begin? Well, the first tool science is pointing to might actually surprise you: physical exercise. Turns out, it's not just for your muscles and your heart, it is powerful medicine for your gut.
And what's so wild here is that exercise can literally change the population of your inner garden. Seriously, think of it like a workout for your microbes. It helps the good guys, the ones that produce those awesome anti-inflammatory SCFAs, to really thrive, all while keeping the less helpful ones in check.
And hey, the benefits don't even stop there. Exercise is a total powerhouse for your whole body. It slashes stress hormones, it pumps up those mood-boosting endorphins, and it directly improves mental health through what's called the gut-brain axis. For people with IBS, where anxiety and depression can sometimes be part of the picture, this is just a massive win-win. So how do you start? The research actually lays out a super clear, totally manageable plan. First, just take stock of where you are right now. Then you want to aim for that magic number of 150 minutes a week, but be flexible. Break it into little chunks that fit your life. Consistency is the name of the game here. And of course, if you're not sure where to begin, talking to a pro can help you build a plan that's safe and really works for you. Okay, let's move on to our second tool, probiotics. Now, this is a world that can feel incredibly confusing. You walk into a store and there's just a wall of different bottles, all promising amazing gut health. But which ones actually work for IBS? For years, the science on this was, frankly, a bit of a mess. Even doctors weren't totally sure what to recommend. One major scientific review put it bluntly: it's just been really unclear which probiotics actually work for which symptoms. And that has left a lot of people feeling totally lost and frustrated. But this is where the new research completely changes the game. A groundbreaking study, which pulled data from 81 different trials, finally helps us get past that simple "do they work" question. The crucial point, the real secret, is in the specifics. It's all about matching the right probiotic strain to the right IBS symptom. And this right here brilliantly lays out the results. Think of it like a cheat sheet for your gut. The analysis ranked different probiotics based on how well they tackled specific symptoms. So for abdominal pain, you see 2 strains of Bacillus coagulans came out on top. For bloating, a certain mixture and a Lactobacillus plantarum strain showed amazing results. And for diarrhea-type IBS, another specific mix and a Lactobacillus paracasei strain were the most effective.
Let's just zoom in on abdominal pain for a second, because it's one of the most common and, honestly, debilitating symptoms of IBS. The data here is just wow. The study gave Bacillus coagulans MTC5856 a nearly 97% probability of being the most effective choice among all the ones they studied. I mean, this level of clarity is exactly what's been missing.
Now, it's also really important to be clear about what the research didn't find. For folks with constipation-predominant IBS, or IBS-C, this particular analysis didn't find a major benefit from the probiotics they studied when they compared them to a placebo. It's a good reminder that we still have more to learn and that what works for one type of IBS might not work for another.
So we've got two really powerful, science-backed tools in our arsenal now: exercise and very specific probiotics. So let's put it all together and figure out how to build your own personal gut health plan.
Okay, here are the key things to remember. First, exercise is a fundamental tool for rebalancing your gut. The goal is consistency, not crazy intensity. Second, when it comes to probiotics, it's all about personalization. Use this new research to match a strain to your main symptom. And remember, both of these strategies work by helping that inner garden of yours to flourish. And finally, and this is super important, this is an explanation of the science. You should always talk to your doctor before you start any new routine. This quote from the researchers just sums it up perfectly. The era of just guessing and hoping for the best is coming to an end. We're moving toward a future where we can make targeted, evidence-based choices to manage IBS based on what an individual is actually experiencing.
And that kind of leaves us with this big, fascinating final thought. As we keep unlocking the incredible secrets of the gut, are we actually seeing the dawn of a new era in medicine? One where personalized lifestyle choices, tailored to our own unique biology, become the first and most powerful line of defense for our health? Definitely something to think about.